Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a fun, kind of chill, laid-back video. I'm going to be trying on the products that I personally picked up during the Sephora savings event. It's been gone for a minute. It's taken me a minute to film this video, so I haven't dug my fingers into any of this makeup, and I've been so excited to do it. I wanted to wait until I could film, and I bought several things. I restocked up on a lot of the products that I love and use on a regular basis, but I also went on the other side and grabbed some products that I've had my eye on and products I've been wanting to try. So I thought it'd be fun to turn on the camera and try them all on and share my thoughts with you guys. I will leave a link to all of the products that I used in today's video down in the description box down below. And let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Natasha Denona foundation. And I've said this before, I do kind of have like a love-hate relationship with this foundation. It's really beautiful if I apply it the right way. For me, I cannot get heavy-handed with it. And honestly, to be completely honest, getting heavy-handed with foundation as I've gotten older doesn't look good at all anyway, but this one in particular, I have to be really careful. And one drop, I have to pretty much spread all over the face. And I get really great coverage from it, which is nice because it is that serum, like silky foundation where the coverage goes a lot longer and a long way. I just have to be really mindful of how much I apply. I cannot get too much with this. And I'm gonna apply it first kind of where I need the coverage the most and just spread it. Just keep like working it in. And then just keep spreading it. And then I'm just gonna like blend and melt this into the foundation. Melt this into the skin. Just keep pushing it. Because I have noticed that because this is a serum foundation, it shows brush marks. Okay, let's move on to brows. So you guys know that I absolutely love the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. It's like a gel. It's basically like a gel that kind of hardens. And some people like that about it, which that's what I like about it, and some people don't. But I've heard so many people, my lips are so dry, hold on. Whew. I've heard so many people rave about the Rare Beauty gel, and I received this in like a gift set. It came with the mascara and the gel. Can you kind of see that, can you kind of see how that looks right there? It's like a glue type of texture. I've had a pretty good experience with it. Like one side of the brush is short and the other is long to kind of fluff it. I don't mind the gel. I don't know if it will replace... My fake tan looks so bad. I've been testing out different fake tan because the fake tan that I typically use is out of business. So I've been testing out different brands, and this one is the Bondi Sands, and it is so orange. It drives me crazy, but it is what it is. Anyways, back to brows. For those that like a gel that kind of hardens, then I would definitely recommend the one from Benefit. But if you kind of like that gel type formula, that is a little bit more mobile and kind of like a glue, then you'll really like this one. Yeah, so the one from Rare Beauty reminds me of this one from NYX. This is the brow glue, and they have the same type of texture. So if you really like this one, you'll like this one from Rare Beauty and vice versa. Now, as far as the brow product, I'm gonna stick with my Patrick Ta. I had to get me a new one because I was completely out of my other one. So I stocked up during the sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my brows, and I'll be right back. I am back. So I'm gonna grab my MPH palette. You guys know I'm pretty much obsessed with this. So obsessed that I actually bought a backup during the sale. I thought, why not? I probably won't need it until like the next sale, but whatever. I'm kind of running through these two shades because I literally use this palette every single time I do my makeup. So I'm gonna kind of just mix between these two shades, and I'm gonna put some of that on my eyelids. I'm not gonna use it as concealer today, which is my favorite, because I have a new concealer. So I'm just gonna kind of carve out my brows with this, and I just am gonna dip kind of between the two shades. Okay, so this was launched from LYS just recently. This is the Bright Start Creamy Buildable Coverage Airbrush Concealer. Well, I got this in a shade Medium Neutral 1. This is a sponge tip applicator, similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Concealer. Do you guys remember that one? it came in like this sponge tip. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm intrigued. And I've yet to use a product from LYS that I don't like. I love their complexion stick, their stick skin tint or whatever foundation. It's fabulous and it's really creamy and kind of melts into the skin. So this concealer retails for $24. You get 5 grams worth of product. It comes in 26 different shades. It's described as a buildable, full coverage, ultra creamy concealer stick that glides onto skin and melts into a flawless second skin finish. So I think you just keep twisting it until the product comes to the tip. So that's what we're gonna do. Wow, it's taken a minute. Let's try it. So I'm just gonna kind of put some here and here. Kind of take it as far as I can. Yeah, it's definitely a full coverage or medium for sure from the jump. Okay, I'm gonna go into it with a sponge. It's clinging a little bit, but it just might be the brush. So sometimes going over it with a sponge will kind of, you know, give it the, it'll kind of push it into the skin and it won't be as clingy. It's kind of sticking, like clinging to these like patches under my eyes that I didn't know that I had. So I'm hoping if I zoom in, you guys can maybe see what I'm talking about. Like right here in this area, it's like clinging to those places. Unless I have like a bunch of dead skin underneath my eyes, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. I'm going to take a picture of it, and because I don't know if my camera's going to pull it up, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm okay with it creasing because pretty much every concealer is going to crease in your wrinkles. There's no way to avoid that. Absolutely, unequivocally, no way to avoid creases of concealer that gets into your wrinkle lines. There's just no way of avoiding it. But this one, I'm going to put up the picture now. This one is like clinging to like dry patches that I didn't know that I had underneath my eyes. Does that make sense? And yesterday I wore the MPH palette and I wore the concealer shade out of this and I didn't see that. So I don't know. I don't know if I like this concealer. We're gonna move on to the eyes, and I bought a few things for the eyes. The first thing I bought was the Major Dimensions palette. This is the like smaller eyeshadow palettes that he created for like light, medium, dark skin tones. The reason why I got this palette, because I wasn't gonna buy any palettes this year because I've got so many, you guys. Like, how many more palettes does a person need, right? So the only reason why I bought this one is because I've been using the Makeup by Mario Neutrals palette pretty much consistently since I got it. And I love those mattes, and I love the versatility that I have with those shades, and I can use it with anything. And I've been wearing a lot of cream eyeshadows recently, or this year in particular. And so I reach for that palette all the time. And so I thought this might be a perfect, like more warmer tone, solid matte palette that I would use like I do the neutrals palettes from Makeup by Mario, if that makes sense. So that's the reason why I went ahead and grabbed this. And I also picked up, okay, that's not it. I also picked up 2 shadows from Merit Beauty. They've come out with like a shimmer eyeshadow that's a cream eyeshadow. And if you guys don't know, these are like my all-time favorite. I love these. These are just the matte versions of their solos. So this is the matte. This one's in the shade Mid-Century. I use this so much. I can't even tell you how much I've used it since I got it. Love these. They last all day. They don't crease. They give you time to blend. They're just beautiful. Love these from Merit. And the other one I have is the shade Studio. This one's a little lighter, and it's more of like a mauve-y color, where Mid-Century is more of like a terracotta. I grabbed another matte shade, which is the shade Brune. This is what it looks like. I haven't used it yet. that's what they all look like. It's really not that shiny. It just looks like that at the top. So this I thought would be perfect to kind of smoke out like the outer corners and stuff and give me some dimension and an eye look, but with this formula. So I got the darker shade, which I love their shadows. I'm telling you, they're fabulous. And then I got one of the shimmer situation. This one is in the shade Palladium. The matte shadows come in 8 different shades and the shimmer shadows come in 6, and Palladium is described as a warm silver. It's just so pretty. I really have a hard time fitting my finger in there because of my nails, but this is what it looks like. So I got this shade in particular to put on the eyelids on those like no makeup days where I want to put something on the eyelid to brighten it up, but I don't want it to look like I'm wearing like, you know, a sparkly glitter pearlescent eyeshadow. Like I got this shade just so that I can brighten the eye on those quick makeup days and kind of, you know, maybe brighten the inner corners. And this formula is just so dependable. I'm really excited to try the shimmer. And then finally, I got this from Patrick Ta. This is the first one I've bought. I've heard so many people rave about these. This is the Major Dimension Illusion Eyeshadow Duos, and I got it in the shade In Your Dreams. Now, these retail for $42. They come in 9 different duo shades. And this one is In Your Dreams, which is like diamond sparkles, it says. But when these first came out, everybody was like, oh my gosh, they're not worth it. They're way too expensive for what they are, blah, 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 blah. But when as you know, time has gone on and I've seen people wear them, I'm like, oh my gosh, those are beautiful. Like, I get that they're pricey, but the formula is like a baked formula. And it's kind of unique to find a formula that gives you this much shine, but in that baked texture. It's not like it's unheard of. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this is less likely to make a mess than a traditional shimmer shadow. I'm kind of curious about these. They're really beautiful. So here we are. That is what I got for the eyes. Let's start with this palette from Patrick Ta, and I'm gonna go into this top shade right here. I'm just gonna start kind of using this in the crease as like my base color. Kind of carving out, and it's a really pretty color. Kind of nicely carves out that eye bone, that eye bridge. Next, I'm going to go into this shade and like try to focus that on the inside of that crease. Man, these are buttery shadows. I mean, this is good quality. And yes, it's similar to like his bigger, larger Major Dimension palettes that he has. It's similar to that as far as the formula goes. These blend so easily, like little to no effort. And they're pigmented, but they're not, they're just really easy to work with. Pretty bottom line, easy to work with. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Kind of just place it here on the outer corner. I hope my mirror is not messing me up. Sometimes my camera likes to focus on this instead of my eye, even though I have the eye focus thing on my camera. Bugs me. The one thing that I will say that I really like about his formula is that the shadows kind of have a shine to them. Like they don't look dusty and muddy on the eye. Like they have a nice, really beautiful shine. I'm gonna grab that new shade that I have from Merit Beauty in the shade Brun. Maybe it's Brune. I don't know, you guys. It's like a deep chocolate brown. It's the exact same color as the one from Patrick Ta. So this shade in the Patrick Ta palette right here is the exact same shade. Don't look at my orange hands. But isn't that funny? They're the exact same shade. This is just in a cream and this is a powder, which is a good thing because I think I'll go in with the cream and then go over it with powder to kind of set it. So I'm going to take a small pencil brush, and I'm going to place this like right here on the outer corner of my lashes, like right here, kind of giving me a little bit of dimension, like right at the base. I'm going to take a makeup wipe. I'm going to start right at the line of where my bottom lash starts and pull up. So I'm basically going to grab onto my lower lash and then pull up. It gives me like the best guideline. So I'm going to grab a tiny bit of this concealer, and gosh, this thing is so pigmented. Yeah. So truly do not use very much of that concealer. It is so pigmented. Now I'm going to move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to grab a little bit of this shade, and then once I blend that in, I'm going to grab this shade. Now I'm going to take that pencil brush and go back into that liquid shade. I mean, if you're using the Major Dimensions palette, just go into that bottom shade. No reason to pull out. No reason to use this from Merit, but I'm just using it so that I can use both shades, you know, or both products that I bought. Does that make sense? What I like about having that dark of a shadow in a cream form is you don't have to worry about fallout all over. Now I'm going to use this. I would use this, but I'm really excited to use this. So I think I'm going to go into this bottom shade, which is a little on the golden side. And I don't think I'm going to apply it with my fingers because I do have nails and I feel like I just can't get a good precise application. So I'm going to use this Smith 253 brush and kind of dip into it and grab some on the brush. Oh yeah, it's pretty. I can see why people say that it was like worth the money. What I like about it is that it's not thick and chunky on the eye. It's just like a seriously soft, beautiful wash of shimmer. It's gorgeous. So I would say the difference between this and like a traditional shimmer shadow is that it has no opacity. So this is not going to give you any opacity. Like this is pretty sheer as far as opacity goes, but really beautiful on the eyelid. Okay, eyes are done. Let's go ahead and move on to the face. Like I said, I did get a little bit too carried away with blushes this year. It was unintentional, whatever. I heard Morgan Turner suggest this in one of her videos. I think it was on Instagram. But this is the Ethereal Baked Face Palette. I don't know why I got it because I have those from Hourglass. So I would assume if you have them from Hourglass, you definitely don't need this. But I wanted to try it out, see how it works. And a brush that I prefer to use with a pan like this where the palette's a little smaller, right? For bronzer is this roll-up one from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't think they're on Sephora. I think you have to get them on Charlotte Tilbury. Maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me. It's probably on Sephora. Anyway, this is like a roll-up brush, but you can roll it down and make it small. Pick up the amount of product that you want on it, and then unroll it and apply where it kind of gives you some fluff to it. You know what I mean? So I really like this brush for that convenience, and it's a nice bronzer brush. It is, especially if you like the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Yeah, so this palette retails for $59, and they have a light, medium, or deep palette, and I got the medium. We're gonna go into this shade right here. Let's just start kind of, okay. Now this is a baked formula, so in my experience with a baked formula, they're really blendable. So we're gonna hope for the best here. And this is going over foundation that doesn't have powder. And that blended out pretty good. But like I mentioned, if you have the Hourglass palette, I wouldn't buy this. I just don't see the point of it. It's pretty. And it's not powdery. And so it kind of melts into the skin as you're applying it because it does have that baked texture to it. The medium palette, I feel like I have to build it a little bit just to give me some dimension, you know, to kind of give me some oomph. Although I would love to use these blushes, like I mentioned, I went ahead and bought 2 other blushes. This one I got from Tower 28. This is a Get Set. And the reason why I bought this is because I absolutely love this formula from Armani Beauty. This is the Neo Nude Melting Color Bombs. And I don't know why they got rid of them. They're really hard to find. I don't know what happened. I don't know. If anybody knows why they stopped selling these, let us know in the comments. I think I have like 4 or 5 of them of different colors. This one's my favorite. It's in the shade 52. What I love about it is it's exactly what it says it is. It's a melting balm, like a cheek balm. And when you put it on, it doesn't have a shine to it. So it applies like a cream, but it dries and sets down like more of like a satin matte finish. The formula is legit perfection. One of my top 5 favorite formula of blushes. I love these. So because they don't make them anymore, I've almost hit pan on this, like you can see. I've been kind of on the hunt trying to find a formula that was similar to it, that gives you that balmy texture, but dries and sets down as like a satin matte formula, okay? So I'm not sure why I thought in my brain that this one from Tower 28 was it, because it's clearly not. This is a straight up powder blush, so they are not even remotely the same. I think I'm not gonna use it. I think I'm just gonna gift it to maybe my daughter or, you know, somebody in my family for Christmas, because I don't really need it. But I must have missed the memo on this. So this is from LYS. This is the Higher Standard Cream Glow Blush Stick. Where the hell was I when these launched? Like, I completely missed the memo. I love the bronzer sticks from LYS. So I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to love this blush. But this has a little bit of a shimmer, almost something similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Ethereal Blush Healthy Glow Sticks. When I saw it, that's what it reminded me of. So let's do a little swatcheroo. Okay, so the one from Charlotte Tilbury is lighter. It's a brighter pink than this one, but they have the same shimmer dimension. So they give the skin a glow. Okay, so for those of you that have wanted to buy this from Charlotte Tilbury, this one from LYS is much cheaper. But let's put it on and see what it looks like, because just because it swatches really pretty on the hand doesn't mean it's going to be as beautiful on the face. Now, in my experience with LYS, they're very, very pigmented. I don't go like directly on the face with them. So I'm just going to grab a little bit here on the brush and apply. Okay, so this shade is Focused, by the way, and it is stunning. Such a beautiful blush. You can see the glow that gave the skin. Such a beautiful glow, right? I'm not going to put that on the other side because I want to go into this baked formula from Ilia really fast because I just want to get like a feeling for it. Go into this shade right here, I think. It's such a beautiful shade. I might pick up a little bit of this, like maybe mix some. It's a very buildable formula. I love the radiance that this one from LYS gives. For those of you who have wanted to buy Ethereal Glow Blushes from Charlotte Tilbury, which by the way is a beautiful formula, I would skip it and get this. You get pretty much the same application. Like, I feel like I'm applying the same product. They blend the same, they look the same, they have the pretty shine, they're buildable, they're beautiful. Yeah, 100% I would get this. So stunning. I obviously stocked up on my Hourglass translucent setting powder because I'm literally almost out of it. Oh, I've got to, hold on. I was looking through my basket. Okay, so I ordered this. This is the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo in the shade She's That Girl. And I tried this the other day. Oh my gosh, it looked terrible on me. It is so beautiful inside the pan, but I did not like the color on me at all. I wore it all day last week And the whole day I was just like, oh my gosh, I hate this color of blush. We know the formula's there. It's just the shade was terrible. So just PS. So what I'm grabbing, my brain's all over the place, you guys, is this. So this is from One Size. This is the Cellulose Airbrush Powder. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's the Bounce Silk. I got the medium with neutral undertones. It's a baked finishing powder that creates an all-over airbrush silk finish and visibly evens tones with sheer dimension coverage in a range of flexible shades. I've heard so many people love this powder, so we're going to try it out. So I'm just going to take oh, wow. Okay. So I'm just going to start kind of putting this all over the face and kind of using it to set. I can always tell, like if I put it right here in between my brows, if it gets gunked up and like sticks to my foundation in a weird way, yeah, that's a pretty powder. It's not a heavy powder at all. It just kind of evens everything out like a traditional finishing powder, but it's a really beautiful formula because it's not thick at all. It's very, very thin. Because it's a baked formula, it's very finely milled and you can kind of wash it away with your fingertips very easily. I think so far I am really liking this. It's so far so good. I am going to take a little bit of my Westman Atelier powder and I'm going to take my powder puff. And this is literally the only powder, I've mentioned this a few times, is the only powder that I can go directly under the eye with a powder puff and not have it look atrocious. There's something about this powder that's so beautiful, and I kind of tap off on like the extra on my hand and then kind of go in and clean up that area. And it just, see how it just like smooths everything out and kind of cleans it up and makes it look a little bit more refined. And that's what I love about this powder. So I have a few products here for lips. The one product that I did buy and I have been using is this one from Fenty. So this is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Stick High Shine Gloss Stick. Okay. These retail for $26. You have 10 shades in the regular like high shine finish, and they have 6 shades in the shimmer finish. So I grabbed the shade Glazed Donut. Everybody has been raving about this for years and I've just never used it. And I've been using it for, I don't know, 2 weeks now. And I like it. I do. I don't love this shade on me because it's a little bit too, I don't know, there's something about the shade. I don't love the shade on me, but I really, really like the formula. This I didn't buy during the sale, but I do have it, so we're gonna talk about it. I got this in my FabFitFun box. This is from House Labs. It's in the shade Macaron. This is the PhD Hybrid Lip Glaze. I've heard so many people love these. That's just a pretty, like, easy throw on the lip gloss, right? And I really like that shade. It's really pretty. Okay, so the other 2 products I'm going to talk about, I did not buy during the sale. By the time this video goes up, I don't know if they'll still be on sale, but right now on the Sephora website, they're 50% off. These are from Tom Ford, and they are flippin' beautiful. They're so pretty. So they are the Tom Ford Ultra Shine Lip Color, and I bought it in the shade Pink Buff and Nude Coast. This is Nude Coast. Oh, it's so pretty. These feel like the Chantecaille Lip Cheeks. They're very, very comfortable on the lip, and they give you that nice wash, but not being too much. Like you don't feel like you're like bathing in it. Gorgeous. That color is stunning. And they're 50% off. So right now they're $31. I mean, you cannot beat it. It's so beautiful. And Tom Ford has amazing lip products. Like his lip liner I'm obsessed with, but I think it's sold out. You can't get it anymore. The other one I have is Pink Buff. This is a little bit more on the coral side, which is like so perfect for summer. And if you wore this with the right lip liner, you could wear this all year. It's so gorgeous. Personally, I like this formula from the Tom Ford more than I do the Gloss Bomb from Fenty Beauty. I mean, this is just really beautiful on the lip. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wear that Nude Buff, but I'm going to put on a lip liner with it. The lip liner I'm going to wear is this from Makeup Forever. This is the Endless Cacao. It's like a perfect shade. And I'm just going to start like lining my lips with it a little bit. giving me some dimension. I like to put it on and then blend it out with a brush. I pretty much don't have any lip filler left. It's been like 2.5 years since I did it last. And I'm thinking about the med spa that I go to. They are offering a special for the month of December. And I'm thinking about getting some filler pumped back up in my lips a little bit. Like, I don't want them too full. You know me, I don't like them too full, but my face just looks a little more youthful when I have a plumper lip. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on the Pink Buff, which was the lighter. No, not Pink Buff. Nude Coast. Gorgeous color. I have to admit, those two shades together, absolute perfection. Okay, so we are officially done. A few final thoughts. I can already tell the concealer is just not going to work for me. I think out of all of the products that I tried today, that's probably my least favorite and the one that I really would not recommend. It's just too much. If you're younger and you don't have as many wrinkles and maybe your eyes are not as dry, because as we get older, our under eyes start to dry out more so than when we're young. But for me, it's bad. It attaches to things that I didn't know existed. The Ilia palette, I like it, but I'm not like madly in love with it. And like I said, if you have the Hourglass palettes, I wouldn't buy this personally. I just don't feel like it's worth the extra splurge because there's nothing in this palette that screams like it's super special to me. With that said, the baked formulas are really beautiful. So if you don't have an Hourglass palette and this is more your vibe, it's a beautiful formula. It really is. But for me, having the Hourglass palettes, was it really necessary? No, it wasn't. What I really do love, this 6-pan palette from Patrick Ta, like absolutely amazing, beautiful, blendable, creamy, buttery, absolutely amazing shadows. And I don't regret that purchase at all, even though it shows fingerprints. That shit drives me crazy. Same goes for the Duo. Like, these are really beautiful. And I can see why people love them despite their price tag, because I know that there was a lot of controversy behind the price of these, but they are absolutely stunning. And if you're looking for that particular type of formula that is baked, and meaning that it's not powdery, you know, a lot of shimmer shadows can be chunky. This is not chunky at all whatsoever. It glides onto the eyelid beautifully and it doesn't like fall down. In fact, I was looking at my lashes off camera and I really don't have it gunked up in my lashes, which is kind of rare when it comes to applying shimmer shadows. So these are amazing. The Merit Solo Shadows, always love these. Like, love them, highly recommend them. They are beautiful. Haven't tried the shimmer formula yet, so I will keep you posted on that. But as for the mattes, they are some of my absolute favorite cream eyeshadows. Stick blush is gorgeous. Again, this is like a little more affordable dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Healthy Glow blush sticks. Like, these are stunning. Oh, and the Patrick Ta powder, so far so good. Like, I'm going to continue to use it. Comes to a setting powder or finishing powder, I feel like you have to use them a lot more than just one time to really get a feel for the formula. And I need to wear it with other foundations, skin tints, etc. So I will continue to wear it, but so far, first impressions, this is stunning. Like, it's a nice powder. The two lippies from Tom Ford, even though I didn't grab them during the sale, I still bought them for half off at Sephora, and these are gorgeous. If these are still in stock by the time this video goes live, if these are still in stock, they're still available, highly recommend them. So those are my overall thoughts. Sound off down below in the comments section. What did you guys get during the Sephora savings event? And what do you love? I'm so curious to hear. You guys always have the best recommendations. So definitely shout out down below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.